Yes, y'all. Yes. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? The camera is on today. The camera is on. So happy to see you guys. Hopefully you guys are happy to see me. Um it's your boy DJ Mad Scientist and as you guys know, on my Friday live streams, I am doing pre-recording for radio. So for those who may be watching this live on 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday, just keep in mind that this is pre-recorded for my radio show, Just Talking Music, that airs on Power 975 LA on the iGlobal Radio app every Saturday from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. Okay. So let me go ahead and go ahead and read the script. Hey, what's up? This is Mad Scientist on the all new Power 97.5 LA. Today we are just talking music, where we bring you vital information about music production, promotion, and distribution every week right here. Right here where we on the iGlobal Radio app. Download the app from your favorite app store or go to the website iglobalradio.com. That's iglobalradio.com. All right, got that out the way. So, those who follow me or those who are consistently coming, listening either to the radio or coming to my live streams on Fridays, know that we are on the last segment of our promotion. Okay, social media promotion. So um this this is the week that we are talking about promoting using Instagram and Facebook. Now I know some of you guys are like, Instagram and Facebook. Well, listen, I know a lot of you that watching this may not be on Facebook. Facebook is for grandparents now, not for a certain age group. But you have to go to Facebook in order to get your ads on Instagram because Facebook owns Instagram. That's how it goes. So you have to have a Facebook Ads Manager account in order to promote on Instagram. But I still like to promote on Facebook because the great thing about Facebook is that um, it allows you to really hone down where you want your ads to go and who you want to target. Okay. It's really, really good at that. And so better you learn Facebook, um, Facebook advertising, the more efficient you'll be with your advertising. You won't just be throwing out random ads to different cities that where the people will see it, but they can't even go to your event, or in some cases where you may be advertising your music, um, maybe your music is not even liked in that. And I don't mean your particular music, but your style, your genre of music. Okay. So I think that, I'm going to show you what I do. This is not a how to, although I'm going to do something today for the first time. I'm going to actually show you how I create a Facebook ad, right? But this is not a how to. This is not if you're here to like, hey, show us all the details on Facebook advertising. I'm not the guy. I'm never going to teach it. Not that I'm selfish. It's just the fact that I don't know it that way. I don't know it enough to teach it. What I am doing with all my videos and with all my discussions is I'm showing you what I do as a working DJ, radio host, and music producer. Okay. And I'm showing you my successes and my failures. Okay. And so that way you're going to get my perspective, and you may disagree with it, and you can go ahead and write it in the comments, or you may agree with it and say, you know what? I like that one little thing that you talked about throughout the whole hour. I'm gonna start using that in my, in what I do. Okay. There's many times where I may watch a YouTube video and get one thing out of it. An example would be I feel like I'm really comfortable with saturation. We're not going to get into what saturation is, but it's just a concept of saturation. But I try to watch as many videos on saturation as possible because it is so important in music production. And sometimes I'll look at the whole video and I know 90% of what that person's already said. But they may say one thing that may say, okay, let me add that to what I already know. And so that's what I try to do is give you my perspective as a working DJ, radio host, and music producer. And if there's something that you can take from it, great. If it's something that you can't use at all, then that's fine too. Okay. All you have is my perspective. And I promise you, I'll give you my successes. And today I'm going to give you my failures. Okay. Today is all about failure today. So um, don't worry about the fact that um, I'm just going to sit here and just paint this really great picture of, oh man, it's just going to be so wonderful and great. All you got to do is do this. Nah, I'm actually going to show you um, the the failure I had, and I'll be real honest with you. It hurts. It hurts to fail. It hurts to fail. Okay, before we get into that, I want to share with you guys my sponsor. And for those who are always with me, you guys know who my sponsor is. My sponsor is me, Mad Scientist. Okay. If you go to my website, www.madscientistmusic.com, and then you go to the shop page. Okay. Now, those who are looking at this on stream, you may be wondering, why are you over explaining everything? Remember, I'm a radio show host. Okay. And there's going to be a lot of people, closer to 1 million people listening to this on the radio, 97.5 LA on the iGlobal Radio app. Okay. And so I have to over explain. Okay. So this is my website, madscientistmusic.com. And I have on here some items that I'd like to just show you. I have some hoodies, one with the white logo, another one with the black logo. They're unisex and they come in various colors. So that's the great thing about my hoodies. Whatever color you like, I got you. I have some beanies, same thing, various colors, not just one color. I have a DJ backpack, and everything is reasonably priced. Okay. And I also have t-shirts. I have various t-shirts. Okay. That have my logo. A lot of people like my logo. So I'm very, very proud of that logo. And I'm going to get a dad hat. I just have to find time. Okay. This is real. I'm not going to tell you like, oh, it's in the making. No, it's not. I just don't have time. I just haven't had time to do it yet. I'm going to get a formal hat done. I just got to find the time to get it done. Okay. But once I get it done, it'll be available. All right. So yeah, go check out my merch. I'd really appreciate it. It's at madscientistmusic.com. Everything is reasonably priced. And keep in mind that all the quality is good. I actually buy my merch myself so I can wear it out. And what I've told people about the shirts and the hoodies is that they're fitted. Okay, so they're not like huge and large and overlapping your whole body. So you may, if you want something that's huge and overlapping your whole body, get one size up. If you like fitted, like I like fitted, um, so I was fine. I'm a large, I got a large, but I was expecting it to be a little less fitted. So that's why I kind of want to let you guys know before you get it, think about how you want it to fit on you and then order appropriately. Okay. So that is my sponsor, me. All right. So what we're talking about today is Facebook and IG promotions. Okay. And like I said, you're still going to promote on those two flat platforms. You may not, you may feel like that's the platform of my parents. But when you're most of the people who come watch me are DJs, artists, music producers. It doesn't matter who buys your merch. You're going to be selling merch. You got to sell merch. Okay. Selling merch allows you to make money without having to show up, always having to work. In order to really, really make money as an artist, you have to have your services that you love to provide, but you also have to have your goods, okay, your merch. Okay. That's the economy. Economy is always goods and services. And if you're only providing services, then you're just going to be in the working class. Okay. You'll make pretty good income depending on how good or how rare your services are. Rare meaning that there's only 450 NBA basketball players. So therefore they make a lot of money because those services that they provide is very rare, right? As opposed to a DJ. Everybody and their mama's a DJ, okay? Even the kids at 7 years old, they're DJs. So we don't get paid the same as LeBron, okay? Unless you're providing something that other DJs can't provide. So David Guetta, he provides his music that he writes, his remixes. He doesn't even he doesn't even give out all the music that he really puts together. So when people go see David Guetta, they know they're getting a very customized show. Whereas when they come to see Mad Scientist, everyone's playing Drake, everyone's playing Kendrick Lamar. Okay, I'm not so I'm not so specific, so therefore I get paid less. I'm generic, right? But Dave Guetta is very specific, very customized, so he gets paid way more. But then LeBron James gets paid way more than David Guetta because he provides a service that is more specific, more is rare. Okay, not too many people can play in the NBA. But even with that, David Guetta and LeBron, they both have products that they also sell. Okay. They have shoes, clothes, everything else that they sell. And LeBron James is getting into doing films. So that's intellectual property. The point is he's just not being a basketball player. He's not a billionaire because he's the best NBA player in the league. He's a billionaire because he has diversified himself so that he provides services and products. As an artist, you are always going to have to diversify yourself. You sell your services, but then you have to sell products. Okay. And so don't get so caught up into, oh, I'm not on Facebook. You're going to have products in order to make real money. Okay. And it doesn't matter if someone is 60 years old and they want to buy my hoodie, by all means buy the hoodie. Okay. I'm not going to sit there and say these hoodies are only for a different a certain age group that I think is cool. Okay. So this I say all that to say that this stream right here is very important, and I'm going to actually go through my process and hope that you actually learn something or take something from there. Okay. Today's theme, simple. Failure is inevitable. I'm looking over here reading my notes. Okay. I actually have notes now. Failure is inevitable. Okay. It's going to happen. Now, for me, my failure happened in September. I had a very horrible month. Okay. Did I promote the way that I've been telling you guys on TikTok, Instagram, all the social media apps? Did I do all that? Hey, Erica, how you doing? Did I do all that? Um, Somebody else, I can't really see your name, but yes, thank you for being here. Um, okay, I guess Erica invited you. Thank you, Erica. I appreciate it. You know, I, I'm gonna tell you, it's always good to have good people on your team. Um, Erica's one of my good people, and I just got to figure out a way. I'm going to reward you. Not that I'm trying to buy you off. It's just that you're always a great supporter, and I got to figure out how to do it. But I'm thinking about it. All right, that said, let's get into it. Um, okay, so I had a very bad September. Horrible, horrible September. Okay. I have an event called the Saturday Brunch and Day Party. And the way it works, where I get paid is I have to make a minimum of $2,000 sales. Okay. And it's a brunch. So food and drinks, $2,000. And for me to get, and that's so I can get my DJ money. Okay. So I get $200. If I make $2,000, I get $200 for DJing for from 12 to 6. Okay. Now, why do I do it? Because I part of that deal is if I make $2,500 or more bar sales, then I get a percentage of the bar. So usually I make about $4,000 on at the bar. So if I did the math, and I'm going to do it, pull up a calculator. Can I share the calculator? No, I can't share this calculator. Okay, so if I make $4,000, right? So I get the $200. So we have the 200 because I've made over 2,000, and then I get the 4,000, right? And I multiply that by 15%. I'm not giving you guys the real, okay? So that's the good thing about me is I give you guys really what's going on out here. It's not hypothetical. Okay, so that's $600 that I make from the bar. And so if you add the $200, that equals to $800, right? Now, I have another event, my Taco Tuesdays. If the bar makes $1,000, I make 150 bucks, right? For 3 hours. Okay. So if you add the 150 bucks from Taco Tuesday, then I make about 950. Okay. And I do this every week. So if I make 950, right? That's and I multiply that by 4. That's $3,800 just from my 2 events that I can make. Okay, it's 3,800 bucks. Now I don't know where everyone is from. Out here in California, 3,800 bucks a month is okay in California. Okay, but just from 2 days, working 2 days, Tuesday night from 7 to 11, and Saturday from 12 to 6. Now you add on, if you start adding on my private events, which I make $500 for a private event, or if you add on, hey, come out and DJ like I DJ on Friday, so that's another $200 for an hour. It can get up there, okay? But I should every month just from DJing make at least $3,800, okay? September did not make that at all, okay? Not even close. Okay, out of the 4 weeks, I only all my Tuesdays, I think I made the bar one time, and that was this past Tuesday. Okay, I made the bar. So from that past Tuesday, I made 150 bucks. Okay, so that's September. And in the first week of September, I made bar on Saturday brunch, and I think I made five. It exactly was 575. So for the month of September, I only made 575 plus 150, $725, as opposed to 3,800. So I can legitimately say September sucks. Now, I don't know where everyone else is from, but out here in California, September and November, December, and January are notoriously slow months. September is because people are going back to school. They're not going out as much. It's not the weather. It's going back to school. Um, November is slow because you're getting ready for the holidays. December is slow. Now, December could be better because if you can get, Christmas parties and things like that. So I have Christmas parties, so December will be good for me, but it won't be because of my two events. It'll be because of my private events. Okay. November, people don't usually do, they don't do Thanksgiving dinners. They're not hiring a DJ for Thanksgiving. So November is going to be slow. And then you miss out that third week and that fourth week. So you don't have 2 weeks to make money. And then January, everybody's kind of like over the holidays. It's slow. So that's how it is out here in California. But the reason why I say, well, September was still a failure is because of a conversation I had with a buddy of mine who's a promoter. Shout out to Rod, okay, Day Float, okay. Um, he said, he knows my real name. He says, Mad Scientist, I'm looking at your content and it's kind of like not hitting it. Your content, like you're still relying on when it comes down to my Facebook and IG promotions, you're still relying on flyers. You got to have flyers, got to be moving. It's got to be moving something. It can't just be, a flyer. You got to look at your content. So the first thing I want to say is when you have a failure, if you're trying something and you're trying promotion, you have a failure, don't always just go back to well, it didn't work. Mad scientist is tripping. I knew this was a gimmick, right? Because I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to, hey, come do this, come participate in this promotion, class, or pay me to be a consultant. I'm not doing that. I'm giving you my perspective. And so my perspective is, okay, why did I have a failure? Okay, so I'm going to tell you the things that I discovered. Okay, first and foremost, my content. Content is king. Content is everything. So my content that I was using for promotion was not hidden. Okay, I was using a flyer. So I said, okay, I'm going to try using video for my ads. And that's what we're going to go over. And I'm going to actually do it in front of you so I can explain to you what I'm doing. We're actually going to do a video ad. And I'm going to try it. I'm going to see, how it works. I would say this, I thought about this before I got on stream. The benefit of coming to this every week and looking at my videos is not that I'm some guru. Yes, I've taken marketing classes. Yes, college educated. Yes, I have all those skills. But the benefit is that I have access to capital where I can just try stuff. I can just try it. I don't have to like just say, hey, do it. No, you're gonna actually see me try it, and I'll let you know next week how it turned out. Okay. So I'm just blessed in that way that I have the money that I can go ahead and try a video ad and see if it works. Okay. All right. So that's the first lesson I learned. The second lesson I learned is I've been having success all summer promoting these events, and I never checked the back end. What is the back end? Okay. So I don't own the restaurant that people come and check out and come to. I don't own the nightclub. And what I found is that all of my information on my promotional end is correct. On my Eventbrite, it is correct. On my website, the information is correct. Everything is correct. On my social media, everything is correct. It is consistent. Everything says the same thing. Taco Tuesdays is this, Saturday brunch is that. What I didn't realize is that when you go to the company's website and social media, everything is wrong. So they have the wrong hours. They don't give any of the information that I give. So I had to go back to the manager and say, listen, I know you guys are used to me just packing it out, but now that I didn't pack it out for a whole month, now I'm starting to look and see, and I see that your information is wrong. And I'll tell you why that's important. In this economy, in real estate, I'm also a real estate agent, but we're not going into real estate. But in real estate, we always say when people start making less money or when they're insecure about the money they make, historically, people want to do entertainment. They want to be entertained, right? No matter what, whether we have money or not, we want to be entertained. But what happens is people will start checking out to make sure that they're sure. People will check to make sure, hey, is this restaurant a really good restaurant? Is it what they say it's going to be? Is it really the music? When I had the conversation with the managers at the location, she told me, she's like, yeah, people have been calling and asking, hey, is it really this kind of music? Is it really this person? They were checking to make sure. So I told the manager, I said, listen, I need you guys to get your website together, get your social media. Everything has to be consistent because right now people aren't just going to be blind faith saying, oh, well, I saw this on Instagram. Let me just go. Let me tell 10 of my friends. No, they're going to check. They're going to call. They're going to check. They're going to make sure. They want to see what kind of people are there. They want to see if it's safe. They want to see if it's really that kind of music that you say, mad scientists, are they really playing, hip hop? Are they really playing R&B? What kind of people are there? What kind of location is it? And so if my promotion is consistent, but it doesn't match up with the location, then I've wasted a lot of time. So whether if you're a DJ or whether you're an artist that's going to perform somewhere, you got to make sure everything is the same. If you're an artist and you write music, you may spend all this time on your social media, but you got to make sure all your social media is lined up and it's the same, from your IG to your YouTube to your Facebook. Even if you're never on Facebook, still dress it up so that it is consistent. And then don't just stop there and say, well, I got all my social media together. Go to Apple Music and to Spotify and make sure that information is the same. The back end where people go to has to be consistent with your promotions, or else they'll think that it's kind of janky. Okay. So that's one of the lessons I learned. And I have on my notes right now, no matter where you are, I'm in California. I see some people are in Texas. Listen, right now, and I'm not going to get into the P word. I can't even say the word but it doesn't matter. People want value. They want to know that what they're getting is at the right price point and it's actually going to deliver. So make sure you always keep in mind, if your music is your music and it's hip hop, don't label it pop just to try to get people to come. Okay. If it's hip hop, it's hip hop. And you say you're going to perform certain kind of music, perform that music, because people want to know that what they're getting is what they're paying for is what they're going to get. Okay. That's something I learned from real estate. And it's something that I bring into this business here. Okay. Now, what am I going to do? Okay, great. I'm on time. I have my notes and I have everything has to be timed. So here's what we're going to do now. We are going to create, I'm going to actually share with you my, let's go in before we do the ad. Let me share with you my Instagram account so I can actually show you the content. Okay. So I'm not going to go too deep into the content of how to create the content, because that'll be a different series that I'll do. You have to create content that fits the social media app or platform. Okay. But like I said, everything has to be consistent. I have my Taco Tuesdays. I have my Saturday brunch. I have the Hype Friday because I'm a DJ on Fridays. Okay. I have my radio show and I have my new music. Everything is here. It's consistent. I generally will advertise or promote my Taco Tuesdays and my Saturday brunch. Okay. That's what I have found to be most effective when I promote. I don't promote the Hype Fridays because there's a promoter that does it. I only get a fee for coming out and promoting. Okay. I don't promote the radio because, again, I'm being paid for services. I don't promote music. Okay. Because what I have found when I promote the music doesn't work that well. But when I promote my DJ mixes on my YouTube channel, it is more effective. Okay. And so people come to my YouTube channel to find my mixes, and then they say, oh, and he does regular music. Okay. So that's what I do. All right. I also have my bio filled out. Okay. So I have my Taco Tuesday, I have my Saturday brunch, my Friday hype, my radio show. The issue is when, and I'm actually going to show this to you. Um, I'm actually, hold on. So, because I really want to stress this point. Um, I'm actually going to show you how it's inconsistent, right? You guys are going to be like, I can't believe he's showing me this, but I'm actually going to show you how it's inconsistent, right? Show this tab instead. Okay, so here's where I operate. Agave's Kitchen, it's in Long Beach. Great. Okay. Saturday and Sunday brunch, right? So you'll think like, okay, what's the problem? Right? It has all the tabs, it has the brunch, has a Taco Tuesday. But when you actually go to, I want to see, because I don't know if it's gonna when you actually go to the flyer, Taco Tuesday, okay, the information is not correct. Okay. I'm not mentioned on here. And there's other information on here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but this information is not correct. Okay. Then I'm on this page, and what do you not see? You don't see a flyer for the brunch, right? Now, the brunch is mentioned up here, but the brunch is mentioned up here, Saturday, Sunday brunch, but there's no hours, there's no time, and there's nothing on this page that says there's a brunch. There's a lot of pretty pictures of food, people that that are obviously models. They actually work there. This person right here is the bartender, my bartender for the day, right? These are bartenders. I know them. They're bartenders, but there's nothing there that says Saturday brunch. Okay. It's not consistent. So I wanted to show you guys that so you guys can understand how it's important that everything that you promote line up. Okay. And I know it's hard when you're working with venues, but you have to go back and make sure that when you're out there promoting, that people are going to check. They're not going to just take my word. They're not going to just come here and say, okay, well, Norman, yes, or mad scientist. He's a nice looking guy. Oh, look, he's a DJ. Okay, that's fine. But I want to know, what's going on. Now, I have on my Reels page, I have examples. So I do get people to come. Okay. I have examples for my Taco Tuesdays. I have examples for my Saturday brunch. I have examples for my hype. And this is the actual reel that I'm advertising. Okay. That's me with some people. Hey, that's some people who come there and party, and I gave them t-shirt for my radio station. Hey, okay, great job. Okay. I need the venue to have something like this because this actually shows you what's going on at the Saturday brunch. Okay. And for those on the radio, I'm sorry you can't see it, but I'm here on my reels and I'm showing people who have me on stream what my Saturday brunch looks like. See, even out here in California, we do line dancing for all my friends in Texas. Okay. For all my friends in Texas, we actually do line dancing. Okay. Yes, the food is actually amazing. The food does look good. All right. So, what I do is, and this is important, I put this I put this reel up. Okay, I just want to make sure like that you guys can see. I put the reel up and I make sure I title it. For those in the radio, just kind of imagine I title. I always title all my reels. Okay, I'm not doing a flyer. I'm not just doing, you know, a a still image. I'm not just doing a photo. I'm actually doing a video, a reel, and I put the title and I put the details. I have all ages, bottomless mimosas, live DJ, and then I also tag it because a lot of people still search through tags, and uh, I tell people who are African American or if you consider yourself black, generally black people will tag each other. Okay. You guys can see that I'm black. Um, we usually tag each other. Okay. We'll put black in something. So we'll say things to do, things for black people to do in Long Beach. Right. We also have a large um, gay community out here. So and they tag each other. Okay. So I put on their Pride Month. In Long Beach, we have a very large gay community. Okay. And foodies also tag each other. So that's why I have Foodie Life, Foodie. Okay. So that's why it's important to put tags. Okay. We're going to talk about content and all that on another series, but I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. And then you have a button here that says boost. Now, some people feel like, why should you boost? That's how you get your views. And they're caught up into the whole like, I get views without boosting. Okay, fine. If that's how you get views, fine. I get views by boosting primarily because I also get followers. Okay. People, if they like your content, they will follow you. So, this is one of the benefits of promoting. You will get followers. You just have to have the right type of content that will attract them. So, if you are, say, for example, I'm a DJ, okay? Well, DJs usually DJ at events. I'm not going to just put a picture of myself DJing. I mean, I could do that, but who wants to see that, right? I mean, I would want people to see it. I want people to watch this picture of me and be like, "Oh, hey, that's great. I want it." That's my ego talking, right? I was in Vegas. That's my uncle. So anyway, I want that, but I know that people are going to be more interested in seeing this than a picture of me. So I'm going to give them that content. I'm the DJ there, and I did put myself in there, but I know that people want to see this picture more than they're going to want to see a still of myself. So if you are an artist and you're like, oh, well, I rap or I sing, put pictures of your performances as opposed to just, pictures of yourself. I'm not saying don't do it. At some point in time, I want to start doing photo shoots of certain clothes that I'm going to be wearing. But for my events, the money maker, when I actually um, promote myself, I promote my events. Okay. And then people will say, oh, okay, I see he's the DJ. That's him. He must be a pretty good DJ if he has these people there. In fact, oh, wow, I'm going to go to that event and check it out. And that's generally how people do. And that's how I get people to come to my events. Okay. And then they start following me. Right now I have 6,130 followers. I'm not going to go into the analytics of the followers. I'm going to have actually a series on analytics. I kind of want to stick to one subject here. Okay. All right. Um, this one, I have to show you guys this. This one is really, really funny. This is one of my Taco Tuesdays. And for those who are on the radio, sorry, you guys are missing out. But the ones who have me on YouTube, I like this one because it's so slow. I slowed it down. But she was like so excited. She was so excited to be there. She walked it, her right there. She had her birthday, and she's like, "Yes!" And I mean, from the door, she was just excited. And right there, she says, "Where's my shot?" She was so excited. And then I had another one that I don't know if I'll find. We'll talk about it on a later day. But I created a meme from this lady, and I mean, she was just so excited. Um, that I created an actual meme, and then I have another one. Oh, this one right here. Okay, I actually created a meme from her, and I use that meme like all the time. Her right there. I mean, she's just like so excited, and I just had to make it into a meme. I made it into a full meme. Anyway, I digress. Let me get back to the important things. Now, so that's the first part of Instagram promotion is that you want to create content that people really, really like and then boost it. And you don't have to spend a lot. I spend about $5 a day. That's it. I spend $5 a day for my Saturday brunch. I'll do it all week. So that's $20 a week. My Tuesday, Taco Tuesdays, I'll spend like maybe $10 Monday and Tuesday. That's it. So every week I'm spending about 30 bucks, right? And I actually told you the numbers. So if I'm making 38, if I'm making what, $950, I can spend $30 on advertising. Okay. So I still net $900. Okay. Now out here in California, we have taxes. That's a whole nother discussion. But I'm giving you real life, example of the benefits of promoting yourself. You just have to figure out as an artist what kind of content is going to be entertaining to the people that they want to watch. And I'm saying if you're a rapper or a singer and you're out there performing somewhere, just take videos, like really, really entertaining videos of your performance. It doesn't have to be long. Most of my videos are like 30, no more than 30 seconds. Okay. All these are 30 seconds. But in this time, people are entertained by 7 seconds. Okay. Even if you're like a dancer and you just want to like start a challenge, okay, boost it. Take a clip of yourself doing your challenge and then boost it. Just make sure it's entertaining to people. That's the secret sauce for all these people that are on YouTube and everything else is they boost their content. And if it's entertaining, people will follow you. If it's not entertaining, well, you've only taken 30 seconds of their time. Okay. And they're not going to be mad at you. If you're consistently doing it, eventually they'll say, you know what? This person's challenging every week. Let me go ahead and follow them. Okay. That's the one thing I had to work on was consistency. I will tell you this: the biggest reason why I'm the biggest reason why I'm consistent is Erica. To be honest, to be totally honest, because I'm not natural to doing these streams. It's not something I look forward to doing, but I'm like, I gotta do it because I know Erica is gonna come. She's gonna be there. So shout out to Erica. I really appreciate you making me stay consistent. Okay. All right. Now, some of the keys to some of the benefits of promotions is that when you're doing promotions, it allows you to have a consistent message. Okay. You don't have to worry about what am I going to say? Did I say this? No, you have a consistent message. You can reach more people. With that $5, I can reach about 3,000 people. Okay. And I'll generally get about, depending on the content, maybe 5 to 10 followers a day. Okay. It's more economical. I came from the era, I know I look all young, but I came from the era where we had paper flyers. And trust me, they were really expensive. And then it took hours to like pass them out. Cities would call you and say, oh, you're putting trash all over the place. Let me stop sharing. Cities would be pissed. They'd be like, oh, you're just putting trash all over the place. With this kind of promotion, it's way cheaper. Like I said, $5 a day is cheaper. And number two, you don't have to spend any time passing out flyers. Okay. And you can reach way more people quicker. Okay. Some of the key factors to success, and then we're going to go into making my video ad. Okay. Some of the key factors, you want to create evergreen content. Okay. So we went back to my Instagram. If we go back to my Instagram, going to birthday parties will never go out of style. That is what evergreen means. All this stuff, people are just partying. I don't care what month it is, what day it is, it's somebody's birthday. Okay. That's why I have signs, a lot of signs that say happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Because turn up, turn up. It's always about parties because every day is someone's birthday. That's what evergreen means. Okay. Let me stop sharing again. Looks like I'm trying to promote myself. All right. Know your customers. I know my customers. Okay. Out here in California, most of my customers that come to brunch are going to be women, first and foremost. Okay. And they're going to be out here in California where I am. We have majority, well, the majority demographic is first of all women. Secondly, they're going to be, Caucasian women, right? But the ones who come to brunch are going to be African American or Black and Latinos. Out here in California, we have a lot of Mexicans, right? Okay, people who are Mexican descent, right? So you got to know that. I know that. So what that means is that all three of those groups, they like 90s, 2000s R&B. Everybody loves Ja Rule, okay? Ja Rule, yes. Everyone loves Ja Rule. Everyone loves 50, it's your birthday, go shorty, it's your birthday. So I know that music, okay? African Americans typically will have some type of new line dance right now or challenge. Right now is the Chris Brown challenge, okay? I got to download that music and have it, okay? I also got to have Frankie Beverly and Maze for sure, and the Beyonce version. Okay, there are certain things, and then with the Mexican people out here, a lot of times they'll hear, with their quinceañeras and their whole entire life, they'll hear cumbia. That means Selena, um, certain cumbia songs, and then Selena has one song called "Tu Solo Tu." So if one of my birthdays, I'm going to play that for her. Now I know that she doesn't want to hear it because they don't want to hear, you know, cumbia, but it takes them back. It touches them. And eventually they'll be like, okay, Norman, you are mad scientist, you got me. I know that about my customers. So that's why I'm able to provide, really, really good services. So when I'm making my promotions, I make sure one thing I told the manager, and let's go back to the Instagram. I told my manager, I'm literally going to tell you what I told her. I said, another problem that we have with this is that my customers are going to feel insulted. Nothing on here looks like my customer base. And I know my customer base. They're going to say, right here, they're going to say, that doesn't look like me, especially my African American base. They're going to say, that doesn't look like me. But everyone knows who goes to that venue. So therefore, if you're not putting them up there on your venue, it feels like rejection. Like, I don't want to be on there. You don't want me on your place. Okay. So nothing on here says my customers are valuable. Okay. So I want to mention that on there because you got to know who your customers are and you got to really, really cater to them in order for these promotions to be successful. Okay. We got 10 more minutes. So let me go in and do the, I really want to stress that point. Okay. Let me go back to that one more time because I think we have time. You can do all the promotion you want. but you gotta make sure your customers are taken care of. If you don't take care of your customers, then none of this is gonna work. Okay. And you have to make sure that your customers are happy. And the one thing you want to make sure, especially when you're dealing with customers that they don't need you. Like no one has to come to my brunch, right? So maybe if I were selling, a grocery store, you got to come see me. So if you don't come see me, you're gonna die, right? Okay, I'm discretionary funds. I'm discretionary money. You can come and get entertained, or you can stay at home and listen to the same music at home. You don't need to get up, get dressed, come to a location that you don't feel appreciates you, or see a DJ that you feel like doesn't want you to be there. Okay. So I just want to stress that so much. And that comes down to you got to know yourself. Can't be phony. Okay. The people that I entertain, I really, really enjoy being around them. I'm a straight man, but I have friends that I really, really love that are not. Okay. I go out and hang out with them. Okay. So that culture, whether they are a gay man or a gay woman, I love their culture. I will go and hang out with them, okay, because I love them. Okay. If someone's Latino, I've been known to go to banda spots, okay, for all my Latinos in there, or all my Mexican people. I may be the only black person there, but I'm there, okay, and I'm having a good time. And we're gonna have bucanas, and we're gonna have beer. And I'm not a beer drinker, but I'm gonna drink beer that day. So it's very important that you understand that, because if you don't, all this stuff that I'm telling you about promotion and all this stuff about content and development will not matter. Okay, that said, let's go ahead and create the ad. So as you see right here, let me make sure. Uh, let me make sure you're actually seeing it. Okay, you guys are seeing everything. So this is the back end. That's why you have to have a Facebook account so you can have this ad management. Okay. And so this is my back end. Um, so now we go to the ad set. On here on the ad set, that's where, again, knowing your audience, I actually utilize, wow, telling you guys everything. Hopefully there's no nothing on here where you guys are like, this is a live stream. Okay. So I actually have zip codes where it says location of the ads. I actually put the zip codes of where I want the ads to go. I know which cities where my demographic lives, and I'm going to put the zip codes. Okay. I know the age group. Okay. You got to be 21. Well, okay. You got to be 21 to 60. That's my age group. More importantly, people who match the interest I have on here: birthdays in 7 to 30 days, friends with men with a birthday in 7 to 30 days, friends of people with birthdays in a week, friends of women with a birthday in 0 to 7 days. That's where I want my ads to go. So those are the things that you have to know. And those are the things that, and you can, and this people who match used to be way longer. I used to put in, people who like certain artists, right? Um, I think did I start taking out? Yeah, I think I took out the artist, but you could put in the artist. I have in, so if you're similar to Bad Bunny, just put in there people who like Bad Bunny. Okay. If you're similar to Usher, put in there people who like Usher. Okay. And so this is all the interest that I put. I put concerts, lunch, bride, Long Beach, California, parties, wine, festivals, birthdays, bars, cuisine. Not gonna go through the whole thing. Um, do I have in here brunch? Okay, yeah, I have brunch. Okay. All right. So that's the most important thing. And then I also tell it, you know, where I want them to send the ads. So Facebook feeds. Okay, I do all the feed, Instagram profile feed. Okay, I don't tell it to really go to the messenger and the business explorer. I don't even know where that's at. I don't know if people know where that is. I tell them to put it into the stories and the in-stream ads, right? Search results. So I tell her where to put. So that's that. And then the actual ad. Okay. So we're actually going to create a new ad. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to sit here and create a new ad. So I'm going to create an ad. It's in the Agave Ultra Lounge, Tequila Kitchen ad. Name of the ad. I'm going to call it Saturday Brunch Video Ad. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I usually have a single image. That's what I've been doing, but my friends suggest having a video, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit media. I'm going to upload. I'm going to upload a video clip. Okay, so you guys are seeing that in real time. I don't know what I'm doing. Video clips. I probably should have practiced this before I media. I probably should have practiced this before I decided to do it. Okay. Well, it says, okay, let's do this just for sake of time. Just for sake of time. Because I have some pre-made videos, but I'm going to do this. And next, that's my regular thing. That's AI. I don't want that. But it says turn into video. So I'm going to turn this into video, right? I guess it wants me to, why is it has, ooh, you guys are seeing this happen in real time. I only want this one slide. Edit. I don't want both slides. Second per scene. I guess it wants me to add an image. Okay, so I'll just put the same image. Okay, create a video. It's creating a video. I'm actually doing this in real time. I should have practiced, but it is what it is. And we're going over time. For the radio, sorry, but for the stream, we're doing this in overtime. We're going into overtime. All right, so it says it has a video now. And the headline, I want the headline. Okay, we're gonna add music, primary text. Saturday brunch day party. And then we're gonna have R&B. No, we're gonna go October. Fourth 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. No cover. R&B. Yep. Hip hop. 2000s. All right. That's looking good so far. Headline going to say, look your party event. And going to use the learn more call to action. Okay, I'm going to go to a website. Boom. That's the Eventbrite. Okay. And I see the preview. And we're going to publish. Now, my budget is already set in there, $25 a day. So I'm going to spend $25 a day. And it's going to go do its thing. Now, it's going to take time for it to figure itself out. I'll let you guys know next week how it goes. But I will let you know whether or not video is better than just the still flyer. Okay, which one performs better? Okay, so yes, that is promoting on Instagram and Facebook. If you have any questions, you can always go to the actual video, comment. Please like and subscribe. Comment any questions. I'll definitely answer. It will be me. It will not be an auto, and it will not be an AI person doing the answering. It will actually be me. That's how we do. For those who are on the radio, thank you so much for listening. A little bit of overtime, I know, sorry, but at least you got a lot of good information. Once again, my name is DJ Mad Scientist. I will be here every Friday, 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. Please like and subscribe. Please tell a friend. Erica, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're doing so much. I do appreciate you, Erica. Other than that, you guys have a safe weekend. Be safe, please. And as I always tell everybody, turn the TV off. You know, get away from all of it. Turn the TV off, but keep the radio on.